These things are called ultrasonic misters, and they vibrate so fast in tap water that the tap water becomes a fog. And if you blow it around, you can end up filling up a whole room. And the fog represents the clouds of Jupiter. Jupiter is a big, giant cloud. There's really no place to walk around. There's no solid ground. And Juno's trying to figure out how deep do the clouds on Jupiter go? How deep do the storms on Jupiter go? Jupiter has what we think is a lot of water, but we're not exactly sure. A long time ago, we sent the Galileo spacecraft to Jupiter, and it turned out that it was really dry. But Jupiter is such a gigantic place, it's you can't really determine the whole planet from that one little spot. And so the mission, Juno, is going to help us figure out how much water is at Jupiter. And understanding that is really going to help us understand how water made it through the solar system. And ultimately what we care about is how water ended up being here on Earth. Most people aren't expecting to find a giant cloud in a room. And so I think when people first walk in, they're trying to orient themselves. They're trying to figure out what is this thing. And when they see the whole room, it kind of feels like it goes on forever. People learn in different ways, and people get affected in different ways. And some people love to read, facts and figures, and that means a lot to them. Other people like to watch movies, and you can make artwork that hangs on a wall, and that's great, and that's can be really powerful. But other people need physical experiences. Whenever you create a physical environment, more of your senses are being used, and I like to think that it makes more of an impact on you if it's meaningful. And there's going to be some projects that are coming up in a few months, right about the time that we arrive at Jupiter, that our team's been involved in, and hopefully that's going to make a really big impact across not only the US, but hopefully the world. And it'll be a long-term project. It'll last the entire length of the mission, and hopefully it's going to reach a lot of kids and kind of reach them with a language that they speak. And a lot of that has to do with music. What I've loved about working with the Juno mission is that they haven't been prescriptive. They haven't said, you need to do A, B, and C. They've really allowed us to look at the whole mission and see the different exciting moments in the mission and the different aspects, and they said go off and try to come up with something that can really relate to people on an emotional level. And we were given that opportunity, and we don't get that opportunity too often, and hopefully we've taken advantage of that in ways that have really made a difference in people's lives.